What is good, Tesla family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to talk about Tesla stock and give you guys a very important update on Tesla's deliveries report, which is coming out for next week. When the report is happening, what you should be watching for in terms of estimates. But before I break into devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks. And the offer ends very, very soon in just about 1 day. The offer ends tomorrow, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, for Tesla, we're looking a little bit more bearish as this thing is on this small downtrend right now. We've also broken this support right here, and we have this gap to fill all the way down to this 174 area. So I do see some potential for downside even into early next week. But the thing about this is whether Tesla continues to fall going into Tuesday or not will determine, it will be determined by their deliveries. It's going to be determined by that. So when are deliveries coming out? I wanted to give you guys more information about that first. Tesla's expected to release its Q1 2024 production and deliveries numbers on Tuesday, April 2nd between 8:30 a.m. and 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They've consistently released it on the second day of the month for the last few years. Pre-market hours are more likely when the market isn't open. So, in my opinion, I think there's a very, very high probability the data will be coming out on April 2nd. And consistently, we do tend to see the data come out on the 2nd of the month. The month, basically, that's after their quarter, basically, when the quarter ends. So that's going to be very important. I don't know about the timing, though. What's a little bit tricky. So what happens is sometimes they end up releasing the data a little bit late. Sometimes they're a little bit late. Sometimes they're early. So it all depends on the timing. They're saying it's going to be between 8:30 a.m. and 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes they could be like 30 minutes late. Sometimes they could be an hour late. But usually it should be on the same exact day. So we'll see what happens, if anything. Now, on top of all of this, I want to mention that there's more data coming out about what estimates are looking like. There's a very interesting trend where Q1 is typically one of the weakest quarters for Tesla. But one thing worth noting is that historically, for the last 3 years, this would be the fourth year actually, Q1 has been higher than the preceding Q4. For example, Q1 2023 was 4% higher than Q4 of 2022. Therefore, the normal trend would be for Q1 2024 to be higher than that of 484,000 deliveries, but this is not the case this time, according to data. So let me actually elaborate on this to make this simple to understand. In case you guys didn't get that, so when I look at this chart right here, you guys can see this. Look at the deliveries numbers for Tesla. You can see that for 2021 Q1, we had 184,000. For Q4 of 2020, the quarter before that, we had 180,000. So that's actually more in 2021 Q1 than Q4 of 2020. And here's why this is relevant. The same thing happened in 2021 Q4. We had about 308,000. When Q1 for 2022 came, we had 310,000. So that was better. Same thing happened in 2022 to 2023. We went from 405,000 in 2022 Q4 to 422,000, a 4.3% growth by the time we got to Q1. So now let's look at this right here. For 2023 Q4, the data came out just a few months ago. We had 484,000 deliveries. For this trend to continue, Tesla has to give us something higher than what we got in Q4 2023 during this next report. We need to be doing more than that. But as of right now, the data does not suggest that's going to be the case. Troy Tesla has estimated that Tesla may have something very, very different from before. Right now, it's looking like 435,000 is Tesla's estimate, or one of the best estimates he has. But here's the thing about that: he does change his estimate the day before they end up announcing deliveries, gives us a final update. So it could change. The current quarter is not over yet, so we may need a little bit more time. So basically, by Monday, Troy Tesla should give us another update on his estimate. He tends to be very, very accurate. His margin of error is only about 1.3% for Tesla's production and 2.4% for deliveries on average, which is not bad whatsoever. So we'll see what they end up calculating by Monday. I'm going to likely just go with his target at this point because I don't really want to waste too much time trying to calculate everything myself. Because the issue with me doing that in one of my previous videos was a lot of data sources could be very misleading about US sales and also Chinese sales. So I'm going to be very careful with that. And you have to be careful with all these sources. As of right now, I'll just go with that data and we'll see how things go. But I just want to say, nonetheless, many analysts are agreeing that the data is not looking that great. I mean, there's a headline right here that just came out yesterday. They're saying that Tesla's awful quarter has Wall Street on the edge ahead of deliveries numbers. So they're saying Tesla has a very, very bad quarter ahead of us. They're down 29% so far, and the current estimates are not that strong as well. Right now, Wall Street are expecting around 450 something thousand deliveries. According to most of them, some of them are saying 422,000. Others are saying close to even higher numbers like 480,000. So it's all over the place. But I do believe a lot of these are very, very close to 450,000. Now, the data does suggest Tesla may come a little short. We'll just have to see what happens on April 1st when we get updated data. And then the actual data will be released. So I'm referring to like the data we're using to estimate it. That we're going to get more accurate data once the quarter ends. And then the actual report will come out on April 2nd. Okay. So April 1st, we're going to get more insights about what could happen. And then April 2nd, the data will also officially be coming out. So make sure you're prepared for this. There's also a lot of talk about how Tesla has slowing sales. There is a slight decline right here in Tesla's deliveries. Let me just close that. So right here's a little decline right here that's kind of estimated. And look at the growth right now, the EV sales growth in 2024. We had very, very high growth before. Now the growth rate is slowing down. This doesn't mean that the sales are dropping. This just means that the rate at which they're growing has been slowing down for the last few years, especially ever since interest rates have been going up. So that's actually very important. If this does continue to decline, that's going to be a bad sign for Tesla. So just be very, very careful as competition is getting more fierce. We saw other Chinese companies not have the strongest sales either. So China is a very, very big factor for Tesla. And even for NIO, if you look at NIO of all things, they even cut their deliveries targets to only 30,000. So looking at Tesla, we have some data right here in terms of insurance data from China. Not saying this is 110% accurate, but this is what insurance data suggests. And that is we're on track to kind of like following previous years in terms of total deliveries. But if you look at the what's happening so far, we're looking a little bit weak for the month of March, and usually we want stronger numbers during times like this. You could see the red lines are just not as strong as what we saw during the period of March right here. And then this is their total insurance data registrations right over here. You guys can see the purple line for Q1 of 2024 is below all these other trends. So it's not the best of news. So it's looking kind of weak. The Chinese sales this quarter are looking kind of weak. Same thing right here. Look at the purple line right here, a little bit below the trend. So we're looking at some weak Chinese sales, which could negatively affect Tesla. So what is the key takeaway of this video, guys? Well, honestly, regardless of what happens to Tesla, it's a win-win. If Tesla ends up getting good deliveries and they bounce, that's awesome. If we get bad numbers and Tesla crashes again, it's another buying opportunity, and I'm going to be very optimistic nonetheless. So I do want to note that the estimates are not looking that good. The data does show some weakness in their sales, especially in China, also in Europe. So it's not looking that great for Tesla. If we end up getting something close to 435, 440,000, we could see even more declines. So I just wanted to give you guys a very important warning about that. But let me just say, I want to make this video nice, short, sweet, and simple. Nothing I'm saying is financial advice. So make sure you guys are ready for some big data that's coming out on April 2nd for Tesla. And with that being said, that is it for this video. I want to thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the Easter holiday, and peace out.